But moving on, also this weekend, we got to throw some coverage for Bellator 226, which will be live on DAZN Saturday night. And it's going to be headlined by a Bellator heavyweight title bout between Ryan Bader taking on the challenger Chet Kongo, who is on an 8-fight win streak in Bellator, including a win over former Bellator heavyweight champion and really serving up his first loss, Vitaly Minikov. When we look at Ryan Bader, though, comes into Bellator, wins the light heavyweight belt from Phil Davis, goes on to just completely run through the Bellator heavyweight Grand Prix. He gets 2 knockouts in less than a minute over King Mo and Fedor Emelianenko, and he just wins a 5-round decision by just completely ragdolling Matt Mitrione for 5 rounds. It wasn't even competitive. And, so now he's the champ. He's the champion at heavyweight. He's the champion at light heavyweight. Didn't even get hit in that Grand Prix, as I mentioned. Kongo, 8-fight win streak in Bellator, really on a good run. Big guy, but I don't. It's hard to think he's going to have the wrestling to really compete with Ryan Bader right now. And Ryan Bader's gotten a lot of criticism because he goes over to Bellator and is just dominating when he could not get close to a title fight. I mean, he was always a top ranked contender at light heavyweight in the UFC. But when he met up with guys like John Jones and Anthony Johnson, you saw the level change. So there's some criticism there, but yet nevertheless, I don't want to hate on Ryan Bader. He's been doing great since he's been going into Bellator, and he might be Bellator's best fighter. So that's an interesting bout. I expect Ryan Bader to win this pretty handily, but nevertheless, good bout. What I'm more looking forward to on this Bellator 226 card is it starts off the Bellator featherweight Grand Prix. And there's going to be 4 bouts in the 16-man tournament that are going to take there's going to be 8 fighters, 4 fights in the first round of this 16-man Grand Prix happening on this card. And when we look at this featherweight Grand Prix, this is the 3rd Grand Prix that Bellator's had. They kind of went back to the Pride days of reinstituting this Grand Prix mentality where, they're going to have these divisions. They're going to bundle up all the top-ranked guys of these divisions and have them fight in a tournament. And I really think it's been exciting. The heavyweight one didn't go over too well. Ryan Bader won that, as I mentioned. This welterweight one that they just had did go over very well, and it's going to be fulfilled here soon, later this year, when the rematch between current champion Rory McDonald taking on Douglas Lima and the Bellator welterweight title bout in the finale of their Grand Prix. This featherweight one I think will be the best one yet. And starting us off on this card at Bellator 226, we're going to have Daniel Strauss, former Bellator featherweight champion, taking on Derek Campos. Pat Curran taking on Adam Borix, who just got a knockout over Aaron Pico. Emmanuel Sanchez taking on Taiwan Claxton, which a lot of people are very high on. And Sam Sicilia taking on Pedro Carvalho. So those are the first 4 fights. And the other 4 bouts of the first round of this Grand Prix will be at Bellator 228, September 28th in Inglewood, California.